Hi, Gemini. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to take a look at what's going on between you and your person for the month of August. Okay, this is still a timeless reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there is a link in the description box below. Let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to start by pulling a Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle card. Ooh, nothing wants to come out. Your person don't want to tell nobody nothing. Oh my gosh, hold on. I'm gonna have to do it a different way because they not trying to say nothing. So it could be that your person is not saying anything to you at all. They're like tight-lipped, really tight-lipped, and not saying a word. Like you can't force them to say anything. Okay, so the card that we have is number 37. It says gray. Endings are inevitable. Okay, let me go to 37. All right. It says, as humans, we tend to see things in black and white, forgetting to account for all the gray in between. There's someone in your life who's begun to fade away, or maybe they're gone altogether now. Don't fight it. Real relationships are not the same as the fairy tales we know and love. There are no neat and tidy bows to tie things up at the end, leaving you satisfied. Acceptance isn't easy, but it's a thing you need to work toward. We create our own closure. Okay, so I just feel like Spirit is saying that, this situation, it was always inevitable that it was going to end, okay? Because this person is supposed to come into your life and trigger what happens between the two of you and then run. And then you're left to pick up the pieces. And I know that sounds messed up, but this is one of one of the parts and the nature of a twin flame connection. Okay, they're supposed to trigger you to make your stuff come up so that you can heal it and move forward. Okay, all right, let's move on with the reading. So the overall energy for this monthly reading is the Empress. So this is Taurus Libra energy, and I feel like this is what Spirit is saying, to always wear your crown, to continue to work on maintaining this Empress energy, because this is what's going to get you through this situation. Okay, underneath this we have the Five of Wands. This is talking about inner and outer conflict. You and this person could still, when if the two of you aren't in separation now, I feel like you're headed that way. If you already are, you may have sporadic communication between each other, and when that happens, there's some type of conflict between the two of you. Also, with the Five of Wands, I feel like you're fighting yourself. I feel like with you and this person, it could be a situation where you're speaking to them in your head, telling them things that you wish you could say to them face to face. Okay. Underneath this, we have the Ace of Wands, and this is talking about you wanting a fresh new start in love. So it could be your person could be coming towards you, to confess and let you know how they feel. Okay, because somebody wants to take a leap of faith here with the Fool card. All right, yeah, and you want your justice. Okay, all right. So we're going to start by clarifying the Empress. The Empress, please. Okay, the Empress. Okay, so on your side, Gemini, we've got boundaries. So this is about you making self-care a priority, being direct, tuning into your feelings, and practicing self-awareness. Okay, this is about you learning how to set boundaries. That's part of being an Empress. Okay, when it comes to your person side, we have surrender, letting go of negativity, listening to the higher wisdom from self, shifting out of the ego into the soul self. So your person is starting to surrender to this connection and allow the transformations that need to occur in their lives to begin happening. Okay. All right. Let me get one more card. Okay, yeah. So we've got the Sun. All right. This is Leo energy. I feel like, you sit at the center of this person's world. Okay. This is the strongest card in the deck. And I feel like, Spirit is just letting you know that even if this person is not telling you how they feel, this is how they feel about you with the Sun card. Okay, the first card we're going to take a look at, or first two cards, represents how you're feeling this month, like what energy you're sitting in. So we have the Hierophant, Taurus energy, and we also have the Ace of Pentacles. So you want a higher level of commitment. You want something stable, committed, and grounded, okay, with the Ace of Pentacles. Let's clarify. Yeah, I feel like you're listening to your intuition, Gemini, okay, in order to bring this, what you're wanting to happen, you're in order to bring it about, to make it happen, you're following whatever, you're being intuitively guided, okay, whatever way you're being intuitively guided. Okay, when it comes to your person, we've got the Seven of Wands. So this person is very defensive. This could also represent them wanting to come in and fight for this connection. Let's clarify and see what Spirit is saying about it. Seven of Wands, please, Spirit. Okay. Okay, they could be coming towards you with some type of gift here, okay, or they could see this connection, starting to see this connection as a gift, because as we just said, they're surrendering to it. They're beginning to understand what it is, but your person is still going through a period of chaos. But with that Seven of Wands can also talk about the fact that your person is your person is going to have to fight for you when they try to come back, because you will have other options, Gemini. Okay. All right. So the next card we're going to take a look at is the energy between the two of you, which is Judgment. Okay. This is Scorpio energy. This is talking about wanting to have a second chance, both of you. Okay. Let me clarify. Judgment. Okay. So Spirit is telling you to focus on self-care, focus on putting yourself first and making sure you meet your needs. With your person, this is about them really thinking about this situation and really thinking about what it is that they want. The next card we're going to take a look at is the challenge this month, the Eight of Cups. And I feel like what Spirit is saying is this is what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be walking away from this connection, okay? This person did not treat you the way you deserve to be treated. I feel like you came and you told them how you felt, but it didn't go over the way that you wanted him to. You wanted it to. And so that's why I feel like we've got the chaos card here, and the need for you to set boundaries. So Spirit is telling you this is the way you set boundaries, by walking away from this connection. Okay. That's why that card came out here, talking about endings being inevitable, because this person is not treating you the way you deserve. The way you deserve. Because your Empress, you're being clarified by the Empress, the divine feminine. So that means that in order for them to be able to come towards you in this connection, they're gonna have to meet you where you are. And I don't feel like they're there yet. I feel like they're on the way, but they haven't gotten there yet. Okay. All right. So let's clarify the Eight of Cups. It says, so look, we've got the Chasing card. All right. So that's why Spirit is telling you to walk away. Okay. You have the inclination, you're wanting to chase. And I understand how this feels, because the longing and the yearning and the obsession, all this stuff creates a chaotic environment. Okay. And I feel like, it says a painful and overwhelming energy of wanting to connect with your twin so badly it consumes you, finding yourself becoming relentless in the pursuit of your twin. So don't do this, Gemini. Find a way to turn away and to not do this, because if you do this, you're gonna end. I mean, do what you want at the end of the day, because you're human. You're human. You're an adult. You can do whatever you want, but I'm telling you from experience, if you do this, it's only going to end up making you feel worse than the way you feel. The yearning and the longing that you feel has to do with your soul calling you back to itself. So that's why the self-care card is coming up here, and Spirit is talking about, focusing on self-love and taking care of yourself, because that's the direction that you need to move in. That's going to help you move through this transition, through this situation. Okay. When it comes to your person, see, they're in denial. So you come in, let me tell you this. When your person turns and they're in the runner energy, it doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter what you do. You cannot get this person to come back. Okay. And I know that's what you want to do. I know you're like, I love them. And maybe if I just let them know, maybe if I just tell them one more time, but this person is in serious denial. This is something that has a rhythm to it. It has to play itself out. It's being directed by spirit. So no matter what you say and no matter what you do, this person is not going to come back until it's time for them to come back. Okay. All right. So the next cards we're going to take a look at represent your actions. So we got the Ten of Cups and the Devil. Okay. Capricorn energy. And, I feel like this is somebody who you feel like is your be all end all. You're obsessed about the situation. I also feel like, you're wanting to, you have a very passionate connection with this person. You're wanting to explore this relationship with them, but now is not the time. Okay. Let's clarify. Ten of Cups and the Devil. Yeah. Spirit is telling you to sit and be still. Meditation does help you as well. So this is talking about quieting one's mind and staying connected to one's true self. Because like I told you, that's what the yearning and the longing is. It's your soul calling you back. Okay. All right. When it comes to your person, Five of Pentacles, they feel left out in the cold. This can talk about them feeling left out in the cold or them ghosting you. So that's why I said, I don't want you. I feel like you're already feeling bad. Okay. Feeling badly about this connection. Okay. About this person, like having this reaction when you told them how you felt. And you're in this energy, and I don't want you to go towards them and have them ghost you or leave you out in the cold or anything like that, because that's like a double slap. Okay. It's like they slapped you once when they ran, when you told them how you felt, and then they're going to slap you again because you're coming back towards them to tell them how you feel, But like I said, I understand the urge because you feel like you can't fight it, but Spirit is advising you to please not do that so that you don't further hurt yourself. Okay. Five of Pentacles. Yeah. See, this situation is at a stalemate for this person. This is like the Hangman. So it's stuck and stagnant, no growth or development. So if they're not going through any growth or development, they're definitely going to continue to sit in this denial energy until something changes. Okay. Even though I feel like they're getting to a point where, they're starting to surrender, it's still a process. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. Okay. All right. The next card we're going to talk about is the outcome. We've got the King of Pentacles, Earth sign, or someone with a lot of Earth in their chart, towards Virgo, Capricorn. Spirit is telling you that in the outcome, you will end up in a connection with somebody stable, grounded, someone who, you can have a long-term committed relationship with the King of Pentacles. Okay. Let's clarify. It doesn't matter if it's with this person or with someone else. You're going to have the chance to have this type of connection with someone. Okay. That's why you're going to have options, because if this person doesn't get themselves together, there will be somebody else that comes along. Because see, they like to self-sabotage. Okay. This is talking about them judging, giving away power, focusing on the negative, and building walls around their heart. So while they're doing this, Spirit is telling you to walk away. Okay. Having dignity, choosing yourself over this connection, because nobody should have the right to make you feel anything less than what you are. Okay. They should not be able to do that to you. But by you putting yourself out there with the chasing, because like I said, I know that's why I read for y'all, because I go through the same things y'all go through, and when I talk to you about it, it's through experience. I have been in this energy. This card showed up for me, oh God, a few weeks ago. Okay, so I'm telling you, I acted on it. That's why I'm telling you, don't do it. Don't do it, because it's only going to make you feel. It's only going to make you feel worse. But if you feel like you need to go ahead and do it, I mean, like I said, everybody's an adult. Everybody has choices. You have to do what you feel is best. Okay. All right. But this is what you're being guided to do, is to walk away. Like, just pretty much say, I'm not putting up with this anymore. Okay. You're not treating me right. You're being emotionally unavailable. I'm telling you how I feel. You're acting like it don't mean nothing. And you got to put yourself first. Okay. All right. The next card we're going to talk about is the advice, Six of Pentacles. So Spirit is saying reciprocity, equal give and take. That's what you're looking for. Okay. It could be a situation where this has been the pattern for you all of your life, where you've been in relationships where you've ended up getting the short end of the stick. You give your all, and the other person gives whatever they feel like they want to give, if they give anything at all. Okay, you may have been breadcrumbed by people, had just nothing but a bunch of one-sided relationships, and Spirit is telling you that this is the goal, but you've got to heal the energy that you're sitting in so that you can get into this energy and start to attract people that come at you this way. Okay. All right, let's clarify. Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles. Okay, so this is about you stepping into your creativity, finding your passions. What do you feel passionate about? And start to go towards that, because there's something as a twin that you came here to do, and Spirit is telling you to start to focus on that. Okay. Even if you it's gotta become, it's gotta start off as a side hustle. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay. Okay, with your person, see, they're still sitting in pride. So this is talking about them being afraid to take action for fear of embarrassment or shame, and they have difficulty apologizing. And then I just showed you this card, like, probably like 3 or 4 times now. This person is like in severe denial about their feelings. They're running. So you just got to let them run, because you walking away is what's going to bring them back. That's what's going to bring them back towards you. It's not you chasing, because that they always, people always talk about that in pop culture, that anything you chase runs away, right? So if you want this person to come back towards you, start putting yourself first. Start cultivating a habit of, you know, pouring into yourself, the things that you would want to tell your person or do to chase after your person. Put it onto yourself. Okay, it sounds like a foreign concept in the beginning, but as you start to practice more self-care, more love, it will become second nature. Okay. All right, so let's get some messages. Okay, from Spirit is saying mirroring. You are reflecting hidden fears, thoughts, and emotions of your partner. So the both of you are mirroring each other. Okay, so we've got, see, there's the card. What did I just say? Follow your passions, right? It says passion. Try something you've never done before. Awakening. Someone is undergoing a spiritual transformation. I feel like you both are. We've got leap of faith. It's safe to make the move you're considering. And Spirit is not talking about chasing the person. Spirit is talking about whatever leap of faith you need to take towards yourself. Something that has to do with you and you alone. Okay. Last card. It says trust. It's safe to trust in this situation. Okay. Spirit is saying to trust them. All right. Okay. So let's get a few messages, and then we're going to do something different at the end of this reading before I let you go. Okay. Okay. So we've got my life is not as together as it seems. Okay. I know that I crossed the line with you. And then I feel you even though we're apart. What you got to understand about this person is that they're very logical. They know how to shove and suppress their emotions and make it feel like they care nothing for you when they're as in love with you as you are with them. Okay. All right. Let me get one more message, and then we're going to go through the zodiac and see what's going on with each sign. Okay. It says, will you open up your heart to me again to me? Yeah. Again to me. Will you open up your heart again to me? I'm just stumbling and tripping all over my words in this reading. I feel like it's the energy, because that's not normal for me to do that. So I feel like it's the energy, and this person doesn't know how to say what they want to say to you. And so I feel like they're very self-conscious about it. Okay, here we go. All the way from Aries to Pisces. Aries. Okay, if you're dealing with an Aries, Spirit is saying that there's going to be a tower moment, and this person is going to start to begin to recognize who you are, recognize that this is a spiritual connection. Okay, Taurus. Okay, if you're dealing with a Taurus, this person wears a mask. Okay, but they're on their journey of awakening, and you may hear something from them next summer. But for right now, the answer is no. They're still in denial. Okay. All right. Gemini. This card. Okay. If you're dealing with another Gemini, this person's going to come back because they want to balance things out with you. Okay. Cancer. Okay. Things are on hold with the Cancer until summer. So it could be this summer, it could be next summer. Virgo. Oh, excuse me, Leo. Leo. Okay, if you're dealing with the Leo wants to have a fresh start, but right now they're focusing on their money. Okay, now we're doing Virgo. Okay, yeah, things are on hold with the Virgo because they're dealing with the third party. Okay, third party doesn't have to be a person. It could be work. It could be, a person who is like a family member or a friend. It could be anything. Okay, something that they're putting a lot of energy into. Okay, Libra. Okay, if you're dealing with the Libra wants to return and have a fresh new start. Okay, Scorpio. Okay, if you're dealing with a Scorpio, they have a lot of regret about what happened to the two, what happened between the two of you, and they're focusing on their money. Sagittarius. Okay, if you're dealing with the Sagittarius, this person is not doing anything to further their spiritual awakening, and they're heading off in a new and different direction. Okay, Capricorn. Okay, if you're dealing with the Capricorn, this person is going to come in because they realize who you are now, and they're going to come in wanting to balance things out with you, and you may possibly come into union with this person. Okay, Aquarius. Okay, if you're dealing with an Aquarius, this person is healing, and they're preparing for the two of you to come into union. Okay. Okay, and if you're dealing with a Pisces, this person is headed in a new direction, but they're wanting to return to you. Okay. All right. I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there is a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Gemini.